From Hollywood, The Joey Bishop Show. Joey's guests tonight are James Stewart, Carol Burnett, Diane Carroll, Glenn Campbell, Ruth Gordon, Glenn Ford, and the stars from the Mod Squad. All part of the 47th Annual Photo Play Awards. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for...
What power he has. John, I say this not because you're standing here. You look like a German maitre d'. So I would like a nice round of applause, if you will, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Man and his Merry Men. Thank you. Just like the old days, right? Rented tuxedos. That's the first time I've spoken to you guys with this thing up. You look terrific. It'll all clear up. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. And we're glad he stopped by on his way to the prom. Regis Philbin.
You look very handsome.
This is nice, right?
Very. And you know what I like? This touch right here. Polka dots. Orange. Very classy. Very nice. This is how it's going to be when we're in Vegas together. Philbin and Bishop. What a night tonight. What a night.
Yes, boy, you really went all out. I must say, first of all, I would like to congratulate Mr. Bill Morris, our set designer.
Isn't it gorgeous?
For what he did here. Okay.
Everyone is very excited.
Now, wait, I just want to say,
yes,
because we have a kind of an informal audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
There may be a tendency, because there is a kind of a formal affair taking place. Don't you get uptight. You know what I mean? You just relax. Just act like you're at the ranch market. Let us stay formal, but relax, because we pride ourselves on the great audiences we get here. I wouldn't want all of a sudden you and I come out here like this, dressed like two ushers, you know, all of a sudden they say, well, we're uptight. Don't be.
No, they're a good audience tonight, and they're all expecting big things because tonight we have the 47th Annual Photo Play Awards.
Right.
To hand out some of the top stars in Hollywood. Some of the biggest names in Hollywood, beginning with Mr. James Stewart, ladies and gentlemen. James Stewart. Diane Carroll from Julia. Miss Carol Burnett. Huh? Is that her name? The great Glenn Campbell. Glenn Campbell coming back again tonight. Academy Award winner from Rosemary's Baby, Ruth Gordon. Ruth Gordon.
I gotta find out. I really gotta find out from Ruth Gordon because, you know, There were 2 scenes they did. One showed Rosemary's Baby and one didn't.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
I heard this. I don't know if it's, I hear Don Rickles was the... That's what I heard. I don't know. We'll find out from New York.
Oh, and from the Mod Squad, Joe, we have Peggy Lipton, Michael Cole, Clarence Williams III, and Ty Andrews. And here to accept an award for Debbie Reynolds, Mr. Glenn Ford. Glenn Ford. Glenn, you may remember, won the award last year, and Dean
Right.
Jones picked it up for him. So
And do you know that Mr. Steve McQueen is in Mexico and called me a few moments ago
Did he?
and offered me the extreme honor of accepting for him.
Oh, very
It
good.
will be my pleasure to do. Okay? Okay. Regis,
Yes.
you're going to be seated here. You'll give out the medallions
Right?
and the plaques. Okay?
All set.
Isn't it nice back here?
Hey, it's terrific.
You
I'm
can sit
getting
here.
to like it already.
You know what I like mostly about sitting back here? You don't have to have pants on. Sit here with a bow tie, torn underwear. It's a real pleasure. I should like you to meet, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman who is responsible for all this. And I should also like to remind you that the Photoplay Gold Medal Awards, first presented 47 years ago, are the oldest awards in the entertainment industry. And that I might also add, it is difficult to think of any motion picture star who has not at one time or another received a Photoplay Award. The Photoplay Gold Medal is particularly treasured in the entertainment industry because it represents the only tribute. Now, this is very important because I think you, the public, should be aware of this. This is the only tribute, you see. When you have the Oscar and Academy Awards, that is awarded by the Academy. And the same thing is true of the Emmy Awards. But the Photoplay Awards are the only awards voted by you, the public. You decide who you think is your favorite movie star, your favorite television personality, etc. And it is kind of your way of saying thank you to the people who are about to receive them. I should also like to introduce at this time a gentleman who knows a little bit more about the Photoplay Awards than I do. His name is Klein, and he's the president of McFadden Bartell Corporation and publisher of Photoplay magazine, the largest selling monthly entertainment magazine in the world. He's been in the publishing business all of his working years, and he's been one of the pioneers and leaders in the entertainment publications field. I thought, because he knows so much more about the Photoplay Awards than I do, that perhaps we should bring him out and let him bring you up to date on the Photoplay Awards. Will you welcome now Mr. Frederick A. Klein. We're delighted to have you. This is the second year, and again, I want to thank you for allowing our show to be a part of the Photoplay Awards.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Joey. It's great being on your show this evening to present the Photoplay 47th Annual Gold Medal Awards. It hardly seems like a year since last year's show. Joey, we're happy to present the oldest awards in the entertainment industry on one of the finest entertainment forums on television. It's going to be a very special show tonight. On behalf of Photoplay and the Bartell Media Corporation, thanks for inviting us.
You're entirely welcome.
For the next few minutes, I'd like to tell your viewers a little about the award show. The Photoplay Gold Medals were established 47 years ago, and they have become a very unique barometer of the entertainment industry. They're the only awards where the viewing public really has a chance to speak its mind. It's the public's chance to say thank you to its favorites.
Now, this is done by ballot, is it not?
Yes,
A little coupon or something?
Most important, people have to buy the magazine and tear out the coupon and vote and put a stamp on it and mail it in. And it's the only award in show business where the movie-going public or the TV-watching audience have a chance to say thank you to the stars. And we never agree with the Academy. We're hoping that 3 years from now, the 50th anniversary, we can get all the stars together from all the years way back, wherever they may be, those are alive, and have one gigantic show. And God willing, we'd love to have it with you, Joe.
It would be my pleasure.
A few years ago, Joey, we inaugurated a series of special gold medal editors awards to honor those in the entertainment industry who have contributed so much in so many ways above and beyond their abilities and talents as paid entertainers. Those who have used these God-given talents to help others. The list of stars who have received these awards has become quite impressive. Bob Hope, John Wayne, Barbara Stanwyck, Ginger Rogers, and Glenn Ford last year. Tonight we honor a few more entertainers, and the list continues to grow as a who's who in the entertainment industry. The stars in the film we honor this evening, I might add, would join the ranks of the entertainment greats who have received the Photoplay Gold Medal Awards over the years. And now, Joey, I'd like to turn over the 1968-69 Photoplay Gold Medal Awards to you and your viewers. I know this evening will be in the same entertaining and rewarding tradition that has so become a part of Photoplay Gold Medal evenings.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, may I read that? Our first guest will be the recipient of the Photoplay medallion. And this, I'd like to have you kind of take a look at it. There is an inscription on the back, and maybe yes, I can do that without my glasses. Okay? This is what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. And it says, presented on behalf of the American public by Photoplay magazine to the comedy star of the year 1968-69, will you welcome Miss Carol Burnett. How are you, Carol?
Pretty. This is great. I'm so thrilled to get this the second time
Yes.
in a row on your show.
Yes, and listen, man.
I got earrings. It's a set.
This is, I just looked at a list. You know, we get some kind of information from our underground spy system. You won 2 Emmy Awards, a Peabody Award. This is your second time receiving the Photoplay magazine medallion. How are you feeling?
Oh, terrific. My foot is fine.
May I tell you something? I think one of the most touching moments of the Emmy Awards is when Harvey Korman received the Emmy and you started the prize.
Oh, wow.
Everybody thought you were so happy.
Well, I'm thrilled, but then when
That's
I
not
saw
the truth.
the
Tell us.
replay, I'll tell you. When I saw the replay, I thought, oh my, it really was kind of a bit much. The tears, they like that when he won. I was so excited. Sorry, Jeff. But when I saw the replay of it, it really looked like the fade out of some Ross Hunter movie. I was a little embarrassed. Harvey, But was I so happy when he won? I couldn't have been happier.
Now, let me ask you, supposing that night you had won. Now, it takes long when you're without crutches. You had crutches that night. It takes long without crutches, right?
Yeah.
What would you have done? Would you have hobbled up there slowly with the crutches?
Wouldn't that have been a gas? I would have had to have been on the crutches, and then I was halfway up the aisle, and it did flash through my mind what would happen, and it would be a long, slow haul up there, and I think would look rather sick on crutches, but then I thought, well, if I do, I could kind of hobble a little on my heel. If I could get about 3 feet from the podium, I would have thrown them down, and I would have said, I'm healed. But I didn't get the chance.
Listen, we want to thank you and your husband, Joe. We have a tape or a film clip. I don't know which it is. And a tape. And it was during the musician strike, and you guys will get a big charge out of this. Do you remember? Are you familiar with it?
Yes, when the well, then what we started doing on our show, all the musicians were on strike, and we missed them desperately. We, the first week, used records. And I had a record I'd made in 1960 of the trolley song. And so I said, well, I remember it pretty well, and I'll just mouth it, you know. So we did that on dress rehearsal, and it was pretty dull. And our director, Dave Powers, bless him, said, look, it really is kind of dull. You're just sitting there going, you know, and mouthing to the record. And besides that, you're not very good at dubbing anyway. And I said, well, of course I am. He said, okay, I'm going to play a trick on you, and I'm going to change it on air. And I said, you're on. How much? And we bet $1. And we never rehearsed it. And it went on this way. And I won $1 from him. And I didn't know what he was going to do. Okay. And this is how it came out.
Dan Smith, if you're ready, will you run that tape? You people here in the studio, watch it on your monitors.
With my high starch collar and my high top shoes and my hair piled high up on my head, I went to lose a jolly hour on the trolley and lost my heart instead. With his light brown derby and his bright green tie, he was quite the handsomest of men. I started to yen, so I counted to 10, then I counted to 10 again. Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Thump, thump, thump went my heartstrings. When he smiled, I could feel the car shake. He took his hat and took a seat. He said he hoped to my name, I held my breath. I couldn't speak because he scared me half to death. Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Plop, plop, plop went the wheel.
Stop, stop, stop went my heartstrings. As he started to leave, I took hold of his sleeve with my hand.
It was grand just to stand with his hand holding on to the end of the line.
Tipped his hat
And took a seat. He said he hoped he hadn't stepped upon my feet. He asked my name, I held my breath. I couldn't speak, I was scared half to death. Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Flop, flop went the wheel. Stop, stop, stop went my heartstrings. As he started to leave, I took hold of his sleeve with my hand. He stayed on with me, and it was grand just to stand with his hand open mine to the end of the... Well, you know how it ends, City.
That's right. My next guest has received 5 Academy Award nominations, 1 Oscar for The Philadelphia Story, 2 New York Film Critics Best Actor Awards, and Francis Trophy for Best Actor. He is now to receive the Photoplay Magazine Editor's Award, and it says, to James Stewart for rising to the heights of his profession, for distinguished service to his country, and for carving out for himself a quiet career of humanitarian achievements through tireless efforts and generosity on behalf of all Americans and dedicated responsibility to his community and to his industry. Will you meet not only a fine actor, but a wonderful citizen, Mr. James Stewart. Our sincere congratulations.
You know, I didn't know what I was supposed to do here, Joey, for this, but this reminds me of the first time I was ever presented with anything. It was in high school back in Pennsylvania, and I made it a point to say all the right things in my acceptance speech, and I said all the right things. I told them what an honor it was, and how I felt that a lot of other people deserved it much more than I did, and I thanked about 28 people, and for their assistance and their help, and I thanked the president and the governor of Pennsylvania and the mayor of the town, and I thanked the janitor for having the auditorium nice and warm, and then I got into integrity and brotherhood and friendship, and I was really getting rolling on the speech, and then all of a sudden everybody got up and went home. And so if it's all right with photoplay, I don't want to do that to you, Joey, and so I'll just say thank you for this.
I just realized that it was exactly 20 years ago, James, that you won the Photoplay Gold Medal Award in 1949.
The baseball picture, the Monty Stratton story.
Oh, yes. Great story. Good. I must have seen that picture 15 times. I did. You know what's really frustrating? You don't do James Stewart as well as most of the guys who come on the show. That's terrible. Frank Gorshin does you better than you.
He's my favorite actor. You don't know what this means to me. I said it on our show. I am my favorite movie. I've got to gush, please.
I know you have.
It's A Wonderful Life. That was, I think, one of the greatest movies ever made. I feel like I'm just going to...
You go ahead.
You know, with Harvey.
Don't worry about it.
I am so excited.
Here,
Oh, yeah.
Carol.
I'm kidding.
Here's the Kleenex Award.
I'm going to keep them, I'll tell you.
Well, bless your heart, Carol, and we'll get together. I'll be glad.
Have you met before?
Huh?
Have you?
One time, he won't remember. It was 10 years ago, and you were making It's a Wonderful... No, that was my favorite picture. The other one was FBI Story you were making 10 years ago at Warner Brothers. And Mervyn LeRoy asked me to come by for lunch, and I was so excited, and I was like a half on unemployment and half in show business. And you were making this movie, and he said, I'm doing a movie now, FBI Story. I said, oh, James Stewart and Vera Miles. He said, yes, how'd you know? No, I knew.
No, I came up and arrested you, and I remember that one.
And I watched you do a scene, and I was as stupid acting as I am right now in front of you. And I remember we did meet, and I wanted to be very cool and leave, and I turned around and stepped in a bucket of whitewash. And really, I'm so dumb, I kept it on my foot and dragged it all the way around. I really like I'm sorry. I really am excited by like that.
Well, you're very kind, Carol. And we'll get together, and I'd love to be on your show.
Gee whiz.
Can I have some of the Kleenex? I'd like to get a few. I'd like to get a few guests on my show. That's wild. That really is. I think that's the beauty of a show like this, really, when you can see something like this, right? If you were going to do a scene together and you'd meet, you'd never be able to do this again, right?
Well, I'm so in awe. It's
Yes.
really kind of... I've got to get over this if we're going to work together.
It'll be all right.
See you later.
Do you want to check with me, Carol, for the list of the other people in case you're going to get carried away again?
I don't think I could get more carried away than this, and I'll calm down. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'd love to see that. Are you kidding?
I'm not putting you on.
I say I'd love to see it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I love to see it. People think that people in show business only cry, like, quietly.
Oh, no. I mean, there, to me, are like maybe 5 or 6 real stars. And this gentleman is one of them, and he's my favorite. And so to sit next to, and we, well, I'm sorry.
I don't know how to tell you this, Carol. Now, this may destroy the illusion. Yeah. It hasn't for me, but it may for you. James Stewart's going to be reunited with his old buddy, Henry Fonda, in a motion picture.
Cheyenne Social Club.
What?
Cheyenne Social Club, directed by
And do you know
Gene
what it's
Kelly.
about? He inherits a bawdy house.
A bawdy house? You mean with ladies of the evening?
Yes.
That's a typo, darn it.
I wasn't trying to get your part in the picture. I was just trying to tell you what the picture's about. But you know something? Do you get disillusioned? Now, Henry Fonda was here, and we spoke about James Stewart. Henry Fonda was one of my all-time favorites. I even liked him when he was Frank James, Jesse James' brother. Even though he was like stealing from the trains and all that, he still had a nice way about him. Then I saw him in a picture where he shot this fella. They went to college together. He shot James Stewart in the leg. I chased him off my show, Henry Fonda. You can't do that. It destroys an illusion. Don't you agree? Is that what you're growing the beard for?
Yeah. This just 4 days. I had to keep it because my son got married, so I kept it for the wedding. But this is 4 days, and I have to have about 10 more days to go on it. Hank has been wearing a beard all during this picture he's been doing, but he has to shave it off the last day of the picture. So he has to wear the fake stuff, you know, that they put on that itches. But we'll be doing, as you say, that's a pretty good size up of the picture, Joey. We're 2 old cowboys and old friends. I'm looking forward to it. Doing up in Santa Fe, New Mexico, most of it.
Which studio are you doing it for?
I've got my old horse back again. I retired him last picture, but I got to miss him. And I asked Stevie Myers if she'd take him out of retirement. And she said it'd be all right if I approved of what he had to eat. And I asked National General about that, and they said it'd be all right. And he could have a nurse. And
I get a funny feeling that you feel about the horse like Carol feels about you. Are you going to cry, James? We'll be right back after this word from your local station.